Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Moonfire Tarot. I'm Jules, an intuitive tarot reader, and I was handed my first tarot deck at 5, and it's been a lifelong journey ever since. All right, I do personal reads at moonfiretarot.com, and yeah, we are looking into your love reading for March, doing an energy check where it's going, what's coming towards you, hidden messages if it's a complicated situation. I also do daily readings on TikTok, tapping into that energy, and I check in on Instagram too. You can follow me at both at Jules Moonfire Tarot as well, just like YouTube. And if you're listening on the podcast, welcome. I will describe anything you need to know as far as imagery is concerned, okay? And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Let me know how these messages are resonating for you. Love to hear from you. And please spread the word. It really helps get these messages out, okay? Let's do it. All right, Scorpio, let's do it. Let me see. Splitting the deck at reconciliation. Guys, don't come for me. Some type of rise from the ashes. I know on TikTok I got similar readings. It's like, let's see what's going on. Not everyone wants to think about that, but it could be just rise from the ashes. Let's see where this goes. Spirit, talk to me for Scorpio. What is going on in their love life? What is coming up for them? Our Scorpios in love. What are we starting out with? All right, camera. So this is reminiscing, making memories from the past. The past may be on your mind. All right, some type of heartbreak, deception. Something went wrong in the dynamic. And you are taking care of yourself, self-indulgence, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Yes. Yeah, you might have been the chaser. Okay. And you're healing. Beautiful. Taking time to heal, progressing. It could be a divine timing card. Ooh, and then I see passion coming through. All right, but there could be death. All right, I see. So there probably was, we move these cards over. There probably was some type of, I have the snake card coming up. Sorry to give snakes a bad rep, but that looks like some type of interference or someone you felt like you couldn't trust. Okay, and that is ending. It might have been a passionate relationship, okay, that hit you really hard, it looks like. But in time, it's showing me that you're going to heal from this. And, you know, some of this passion card may even be someone new coming in, because I pulled it, you know, after the clock card, and maybe someone of equal interest where you don't feel like you're chasing them, okay? And this person you couldn't trust, this snake or this interference for some of you is over. All right, let's see. In the bottom of the deck, I am seeing not today, avoiding conversation, probably because you're in self-indulgence, and I see abundance. You're on like a positive mindset, and boom, Cupid, wedding rings, and then Cupid's arrows. That's classically a sign of like struck by love. A lot of times it's newer love, surprise invitation. There is some type of commitment energy. I feel like a lot of you are giving someone the shoulder. And you're focusing on your healing and moving past something, and you're headed, because you know this happens a lot. Once we get into this positive mindset, you know, you hear a lot of tarot readers doing this. Will tell you this. I've seen it a lot. Personal reads clients, like everything. You get into that abundance mindset where you are grateful, you're thankful for your blessings, you're focusing on yourself. It always comes in where it's like then the commitment comes, then something else good comes in, and that's probably because you're loving yourself. You know, you're treating yourself well. All right, so there is some type of passion. I do feel like a lot of you may be headed towards new love and moving past something. All right, now for those of you who are heavy into reconciliation and maybe it was an interference or the lack, you know, the trust is, you know, issues, we'll say, are done. Okay, because I did split it at reconciliation for some of you, but a lot of you, I remember even on TikTok, like I felt a wave of Scorpios who were just like, were not with it, you know, they just couldn't deal. So I won't discount those who are looking to reconcile, especially at the deck split when we did see a certain rise from the ashes. But for a lot of you, it looks like however this energy is hitting you, you're doing the healing, and now commitment energy is coming through, equal interest energy is coming through from your positive mindset. So that's beautiful energy to see. All right, let's see what tarot has to say about the small spirit has to say through tarot. Spirit, talk to me. What else can you tell me about this energy? What else can you tell me about this energy for Scorpio? This energy for Scorpio. What else can you say? All right, let's take a look. This feels strong. All right, Four of Swords. Yes, reflecting. All right. Podcast listeners, this is a man in a corporate suit sitting on a tree, resting, and then seeing the light. All right. You know, that's the healing energy. Again, with the past, Six of Cups. You know, you may be making peace with it. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Someone betrayed you. So it was a rough period. But the tens are end of a cycle. You know, you're coming out of it. Chariot, there we go. Victory. All right. Being very focused, willpower, and that sun card. Happiness, clarity, things coming to light, unbridled joy. Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's like self-indulgence. Well, it's cutting patterns, but it's like she comes up when she sets boundaries with people. And this feels like a side message here. Let me see. They're trying to say something else. Knight of Swords. Ooh. Rushing in energy communications, and there's that abundance mindset. You're really working on yourself, you're dedicated, perhaps making higher incomes. Two of Pentacles, some juggling. Let me see. High Priestess, trusting your intuition, and the World, closing out this cycle. All right, you're leveling up, and you may even be getting higher incomes. For some of you, headed towards some type of victory with the abundance mindset card and all these dollar bills on it. Eight of Coins is you classically could be devotion and love, but with the Queen of Swords and like just the energy of this reading, it looks like you're getting busier setting your priorities. This may even be higher self-activation leading you to the World, which is closing this out. All right, Spirit, talk to me. What else for Scorpio? Talk to me about this commitment energy. Talk to me about this commitment energy. Ace of Swords. All right. New beginnings, new mindsets. Three of Pentacles. Building a foundation. The Moon card. Guarded. Nine of Swords. All right. It's probably coming to you in time. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Emperor. Divine Masculine. All right. Now Three of Swords. Separation. King of Swords. Let me see what the story is, guys. Nine of Pentacles, Hanged Man, Death. You know, I'm going to say what's going to hit you guys faster, because I do see Cupid's arrow striking. I do see passion. I do see commitment energy here. All right. But I feel like what's in a lot of your minds right now is developing this new mindset. All right. And because it looks like someone really, like Three of Pentacles is classically, you know, let's date. So this could be that energy. Actually, I'm thinking about this again because the Ace of Swords feels really strong, and Three of Pentacles is all about how do we date? How do we, you know, it's like building a foundation, right? But you may be a little like afraid or guarded and anxious with that Nine of Swords, okay, because of everything you went through. All right, but I see you walking away from things that no longer serve you with the Eight of Cups, right? But it's like this Emperor is coming in. Talk to me more about this Emperor. The Fool, yeah, this is the new person, and they may have a lot of Aries energy, but in their chart somewhere or whatever, but it's someone coming in making power moves, a new beginning. It's most likely a new person, all right, because I'm seeing there was some type of heartache that has you in a limited mindset with the Ace of Swords, which makes sense after, you know, going through that kind of betrayal, but you are letting good energy come in, and it's going to happen once you heal from the past. All right. It's in divine timing for some of you. But it is coming up though. But it's like, once we get over the past, once you heal and you're open again, but some of you may meet this person, I'm going to say, before you're fully healed. Okay. Or you already know who this person is. You have someone else in mind, but the past is on your mind. Now it's Venus retrograde. A lot of people hear from their exes during a retrograde. So it might be on your mind, and maybe you're in the process of building a foundation with this new person already. All right. But it's like once you fully heal from it and you take that leap of faith. Sorry, my camera just moved there. But once you heal from it and you take that leap of faith, it looks like it's going to take you to something new, you know, where you can really move past it. Okay. All right. So I had to readjust my camera there. My gimbal's acting up. All right. So here we go again. Eight of Wands. All right. Now you got 888 in your reading, Scorpio. All right. And that is about personal power, personal manifestations. I do suggest you look that angel number up. There's usually a lot of messages, like other messages can be. But so this is telling me that once focus on your healing, like it is in your power to have that better life. And Eight of Wands is Cupid's arrows, fast changes, some type of communication coming in and accelerating. All right, but it's after you walk away from what no longer serves you, you take care of your healing, break free of those binds, okay? And then this passion energy comes in. All right, changes like the Fool, the sun is coming out. If you're on the YouTube, you see how dark these cards are, and then the sun starts coming out. The brighter colors start coming out. It's very, tarot can be very visual sometimes. But this is where your head is. So Five of Cups, that can be a haunting loss, all right? Regrets, sadness over the past. The Devil, you're moving past some type of toxic pattern. Two of Wands, deciding which door to go through. And Judgment, there's that again with the reconciliation, okay, but that's also rethinking the past, deciding what goes and what stays. And for a lot of you, I will say, some of you may reconcile with this energy, but most of you looks like are gonna move on with this energy. All right, Six of Swords is moving to calmer waters. Okay, it's healing, needed change. Ace of Wands is a new beginning again. All right, a new offer. Okay, so I'm not going to discount that some of you may be open to reconciling, but this message, dominant of you, the dominant force is, more rising from the ashes, moving past something and getting to something better. And then it's going to get a lot more passionate too with that Knight of Wands. It may most likely something new is coming in there. Okay. All right, let's pull some hidden messages. I'm going to say, well, a lot of you, it looks like you're overcoming something, but I'll just leave it up to spirit. So you may notice like an argument or something coming up here. I'll pull a few because it looks like a lot of you are moving past this. And those of you who are working it out, you probably don't need hidden messages. Your person's behaving themselves and, everything's working out and you guys are working on it. So Spirit, let me get a few for my Scorpios who are in situations of no contact and trying to work it out. Spirit, talk to me, hidden messages. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. The timing just wasn't right for us. Yeah, that's like a right timing, wrong timing, right person. I love you. I want to be more than friends. Now, again, a lot of you may accept or reject this. Okay, so let me see. A few more, Spirit, for Scorpios. No contact. I want you back. I admire you. I want to start over. Yes. I watch your social media. I need security though. Okay. And that's kind of what some of these issues are. All right. So I do see I am waiting patiently in the bottom of the deck. So a lot of you may be hoping for this new beginning, but I do feel like, it's gonna, plus energy is gonna hit you. Do check your Venus signs, guys, your moon sign, check it, especially with when we have like this backstabbing energy, you know what I mean? But I will say, you'll know if your person's treating you equally. If you feel like there's if you find yourself anxious again and like, getting hurt all over again, it does look like you're moving past this, for most of you. But I will say some of you, of course, there's always room for reconciliation for some of you in the collective, but a lot of you expect that new love, or expect the new beginning for the majority. I'm going to say about 90% or let's say 80%. My guide said 80%, and you guys are probably moving on, but the 20%, expect some communication, some changes. All right. All right, guys, I hope those messages helped. I am available for personal reads at moonfiretarot.com. Again, I'm having that sale over on the 28th for bookings. And, take care, light and love, however this works out for you guys.